Joined now by Heather Walker. She is the editor of The South African, which is a newspaper for the South African community living here in the UK. Good to have you back on the programme tonight, Heather. And it's just heartbreaking, isn't it, when you watch June Steenkamp there, and it's a reminder for all of us that she has lost her daughter in all of this.
Indeed. I think it's quite telling that she was only there for the first day. We know that her husband and Reva's father suffered a stroke recently and he's in very poor health. She said he wasn't even able to get to the courtroom. So I think for her, as she said, just wanting to look Oscar in the eyes.
Why do you think that's important for her to do that? Because she's never met him, has she?
I think you know, you've never met your girlfriend, your daughter's boyfriend, and the next thing is she dies at his hands. All you want to know is, you know, what's the answer? Why did he do it? And I think her reasoning was to kind of get an acknowledgement from him that, you know, I'm sorry, or some sort of apology. But perhaps he chose to look away because he couldn't bear to look at her. I mean, even if he'd killed her by accident, you know, you just wouldn't want to look at her.
And yet she shows amazing strength, because she's also said in the interview that she wants to be able to forgive him, whatever the outcome is. She wants to be able to say, I forgive you, which is extraordinary, isn't it? Let's also have a look at what actually happened in court today. As Julian was saying in his live interview, that it looked like that the demeanour of Oscar Pistorius slipped ever so slightly today, because he looked very upset, didn't he, when the prosecution and defence were going through some of Reva Steenkamp's fatal injuries.
Certainly. I mean, I think today they went into great detail about those injuries. Yesterday was a bit more of a cursory examination of what the neighbours heard. But I think today they really kind of went into grisly detail, describing the brain injuries that would have left her unable to speak. And I think that's possibly what triggered his outburst. You know, he was seen holding his head in his hands. And
very different from yesterday,
ears.
where he looked incredibly calm and collected, didn't he?
Yeah, indeed. Perhaps day two, the pressure is starting to build.
Now, his defence lawyer, Barry Rue, was accused of badgering the state's key witness today, Ms. Berger. Let's have a look at what he had to say.
You will even call it a mockery, other than to make an obvious concession. That's what I put here. You will even go so far, ma'am, to call it a mockery with no facts, just not to make a single concession that can help that man.
Quite formidable in court. What kind of reputation does he have, Heather?
He has quite a formidable reputation in general. If you might remember last year at Pistorius's bail hearing, he questioned the detective in charge and forced him to concede that there had been serious errors in the police handling of the case. Before that, he acquitted a businessman of fraud a couple of years before that. So he is quite well known as one of South Africa's top legal minds, and he takes no prisoners, to excuse the metaphor, when it comes to the courtroom. OK, so day 2 done, day 3 tomorrow, and you'll be back to give us your analysis then, won't you? For now, Heather, thank you very much.